There you go. This bitch.
It's good to be back. How you doing? Happy Friday to you all. Welcome back to another round. You're here with the cousins. I'm your big cousin Jay. This is our other cousin El Cid. And of course, a few more cousins will always stop by later on when they get the chance. But it's Friday. We're back with another episode of NIMS, the Never Ever METS, or Told the Truth, or confess about having a baby, or anything. You know, these people just never do anything but bring us some drama and chaos to talk about. But we're here. Hey, El Cid, how are you?
I am well. We're coming back on a big one. We're coming back on a big one. You know, babies, corn stars, lies. I mean, we touching everybody but the one we here with. Well, we coming back with a big one.
Lies, corn stars, and videotapes. Oh, that used to be a good show. Oh my God. So most of this episode is really centered around two people this time. So we don't have to keep doing too much jumping around, too much wasting of the time. But speaking of wasting people's times, we're now about 6 weeks in for us, about 2 weeks in for them. Do you feel like people are wasting their time?
Yes, there are lots of time wasters here. Lots. Only one couple I don't think is wasting time, and I just think we just don't know if they're wasting time.
What, you want to elaborate on some of the people outside of the obvious one we're going to talk about tonight, outside of Clay and Tatiana, because clearly
Brittany wasting Ty's time. Clearly. I mean, wasting his time, energy, and cooking skills, or lack thereof, because we haven't tasted his cooking. He wasting his time and the gas to and from the apartment. You know, somebody said I'd have left at the door and gone right back home.
She's clearly not ready, El Cid, and we have to respect boundaries, okay? He's looking for consent, and she said he has none.
But she doesn't ask for consent touching up on other people, okay?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. Yes, Jay has noticed that she can't keep her hands to herself, especially off of Jay's man. Okay, I was like, ma'am, you needs to stop touching Cinco, okay? Cinco is telling you needs to stop touching me. Okay, my lady don't play. Tati might play. You might play. That other little zebra queen over there, she might play. But Jay, don't play. Leave me alone, ma'am. Get your get your hands up off me, woman.
Luckily, Jay heard him. Because if it was any other kind of thing and you walk in on that, you know, luckily he said out loud, please unhand me.
Well, he had to tell her several times.
Yes, several times.
That's the crazier part. Like, he quietly said it a few times. He like, all right, could you just stop? And she's, are you ticklish? Like, ma'am, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not your thing to find out. That's not for you to find out. He has a lady that finds out if he's ticklish or not. Go find out if Ty is ticklish. Here go our other cousin finally showing up to the party. All like, you always got that one cousin when I show up late to the party. And she got all that cousin. And she got all the party favors. You got us suffering over here in the party with nothing. We just dry suffering. What the hell?
I mean, I could share if you want me to.
What? And then show up to do it.
That one cousin showing up with their own sip, and it's like, well, what you drinking? It ain't nothing that like at the bar. They done walked in with it.
Yeah, bring their own stuff in.
You might want to.
La Queen asks, why is Brittany here?
For crab legs.
Not for Ty.
Not anymore.
Your hair looks so cute. I feel like I need to get my hair done.
Yeah, I had to bring the twist back because people wanted to petty me back, so I had to. Oh, what that face, LC? You don't like my twist?
No, some people wanted to petty you back.
No, they want the petty me. Yes, people love the petty me. Clearly, they beg for it.
No, I don't know. I don't think they understand once it's directed at them.
You know what I'm saying? Had the patiently petty shirt on, okay? Y'all tickled by the foursome crab legs. Well, that's her fave. She liked the crab legs, so okay, crab legs of it all. But anywho, we were talking about why is Brittany here? Outside of the crab legs, why do y'all think Brittany is here?
I mean, I feel like she likes attention. She had a long list of things that she does for a living, stylist and, celebrity stylist and all those kinds of things. So maybe she's here, to market herself as such.
She needs better lighting.
She needs better lighting. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well,
oh, wow.
So do I.
Yeah. The makeup is not looking good under the lighting. I can clearly see where it's lighter.
That is not her issue. Like,
okay,
Elsie, that's production, and the production don't know how to light on dark skin. That's you got to have your people for that. They don't care.
That's unfortunate. I feel like it's 2025. We should stop using that as an excuse.
No, well, it is not an excuse. It's actually a reason. They don't know how to light us in the various shades of us.
They need to learn. This is the OWN network.
So, formerly. Anyhow, before we not have a show to review. No, yeah. Why do I think Brittany is here? I think she's still here at this point now is to just ride it out, kind of like a couple of other people that is just riding the wave until the end of the show, I guess. But I think she actually did like him prior to just really engaging with him. Sometimes they do that for us. We always had that thing that, a man we always want to F a man until he opened his mouth. And then it's like, yeah, never mind.
She might have been kind of judging him based on his brother too. His brother's smooth, you know what I'm saying? So she probably visualized him to be the same kind of dude as his brother, and he's not so smooth, and so she don't like it. But she likes some people, huh?
Well, they're smoother. They show some intelligence. What you was tired of, Trey, going back and forth?
I'm tired of packing and not leaving.
Oh my God.
He eventually left.
Right.
It took a little while.
What do you want?
Well, Jay and Cinco seem to be still holding strong. But I do have a question. Because when they were speaking and, she was tweezing out fibers out of his hair, I wasn't sure what was happening there until I see her pull out a strand of, it looked like possibly some shirt, linen or something. I don't know, got caught in his hair. I was wondering what was going on with tweezers, I saw. But I have a question because in their conversation, it sounded like Clay has mentioned both this friend and the baby some time ago. Now, we know things be placed out of order thanks to production and all that stuff. But in the conversation, they mentioned them going to the boom boom room. And I was like, did Clay come back from the boom boom room and decide to sit down with y'all and while he was drinky or whatever and stuff? I can't really see him leaving the boom boom room for y'all. But who knows? Or what night was this prior to her going to the boom boom room?
Well, they've been to the boom boom room before. They just didn't do anything. Remember, they went up there just to hang out.
I know, but I'm saying this particular time, y'all got some information before she had stepped back up in that thing. I'm just like, Jay has been dropping the bones for everybody. And even in this situation, on the friend that she didn't see wrap her leg around him, Jay was the one who carried that message. However, she didn't think to say, hey, sis, I know we discussed the meat thing, but I think you really need to sit down with him and just find out anything.
That's what I would have done. I'm not about to keep sitting here looking at this girl. Even what's the name? Cinco said she's the nicest person in the house. So I'm not gonna be able to keep sitting out. I guess she's like, that's it. I'm not gonna keep having all these secrets. Now the lady's a porn star and she's wrapping her legs around the man. I guess she had to draw the line somewhere, but I would have been said something.
I don't know if she drew the line there. She was just politely asked by Tatiana, what's all the chatter about? And at this point, it's so loud throughout the house. You gotta just say, yeah. Oh, girl just came in and jumped up on him and stuff like that. However, what the preference is, clearly I did not see anything. So as I'm telling you, apparently, allegedly, I don't know because I didn't see it with my own eyes. So hear me out when I say you might want to investigate, but the word on the curve is the lady jumped in his arms. I'm not just about to
wrap her legs around him.
I can't just tell you all out of some things I actually didn't see.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't have said nothing. I'd have tell her, go ask them. Go ask them. They're saying some wild stuff. I'm going to make myself a sandwich.
She knows how to make a sandwich, that's for
all
sure.
Meat sandwich, all meat sandwich.
Exactly. Because what you're not going to do, because Tatiana, see, this is why I wouldn't tell you. See, Tatiana went from 0 to 60 in a few seconds. I want to throw a drink and all this stuff. No. And then Tati going to be like, I'm the one who told her. I'm the one who carried bones. No. You go ask them. They saw something and they're just talking. Let me go get my sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Trey, I have to jump in right here, right quick. I don't know. I feel like me, myself, personally, I would have felt like slapping somebody out. I don't know, a little bit, barely. It was a little too much for me. It was a little too much legs around the side of the man's hips and things, and it was a lot.
Okay, so that I was going to ask that question anyway, since we're on it, because this is most of the episode. I was just trying to get some other people out the way, just because. But did the friend come in and do too much?
For me, it's like if I'm going in and my best friend is a dude and I'm going to meet his girl, that ain't how I'm about to do it. How long has it been? You miss him that much that you need to sling your thighs all around the man's waist? It was a lot.
That's it.
Since we have Trey there, I'm going to use one of his. Let's be Pacific, okay? Okay. It wasn't 2 legs that we saw. I'm thinking they're 2 separate things. Everybody's talking about a different version. One, the leg was around his calf. It was below his knee, around his calf. Another person saying legs were around his waist. So again, for me, it's like, yes, she pushed Chris out the way to jump at him, whatever. For me, I'm going to observe how you interact with your friend. I'm going to watch this. And I'm going to watch and I'm going to wait. But what I'm not going to do is come at her, because you need to have a boundary with your friend on how you greet each other. See, I have been in the friend's position, as the friend, as the female friend. And if I'm going to meet your girl, no, if you pick me off the ground, I'm definitely saying, put me down. because we would bear hug and you would lift, but we ain't lifting for my leg to go anywhere. But that's just me. So I agree with you, Rhonda, but I just think people in the house, unless we didn't see it, were putting 10 on 20 when they said, "Oh, her legs was around his waist." I just was like, we didn't see that. I saw one leg around his calf. That's what I saw. Now, is it too much for some? Yes, it is. For me, I'd like to watch y'all interaction and see if y'all ever knock in the boots before.
Well, y'all know me. I'm a voyeur, so I'm going to watch. I'm going to observe. I'm going to sit here and pay attention to what's really going on. But here, I'm definitely one, which kind of irked me a little bit. And I was just like, Tati, your little insecurities are showing a little bit, mama. Is when the friend was introduced to you, the way you dipped up out of there. No. How you doing? Hey, ma'am. Hi. What's good? And stuff like that. Let's get the girl talking. Kiki, let's go.
Break off. She didn't like her before she knew anything about the hug. She was already on attitude. Now
I can get where it's you didn't tell me about it. It was going to be a woman best friend, this like that. So my butterflies, my gut is now telling me something, but my gut is definitely going to say, let me find out some more information. Let me dig a little deeper. Now, when this house get to telling me all their stories, because I wasn't going to just rest on Jay's story. I'm about to go up in the kitchen and be like, no, for real. Now tell me what y'all seen. Tell me what y'all seen. Because like Elsie said, it's very, very different variations of it. As quoted Chris, she pushed right past me. Sir, she don't even know you. Stop putting the 10 on the 2. She don't know you. So why would I care how she got past you? You act like she was just supposed to see you and being, oh my God. Hi, friend. No, but you are doing what here with who? Chris, simmer down. Okay.
She was asking a lot of questions. She don't watch Ready to Love, Chris. She ain't know you for them 2 episodes.
She do not care, sir. She do not care. Okay, focus on your lady. All right. The people that did not see nothing, shh. You did not see nothing. All right. Brittany. Don't go key, and not just rock up to Tati and tell her what you really saw. If that was that serious to you, if you was like, oh my God, no, you didn't. Yeah, if that was my man, if that was this, all of y'all people was if that was y'all man, y'all would want somebody to tell y'all or not. Would y'all want a heads up to say, hey, let me go see my man real quick? But I'm gonna definitely sit back. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna observe. Been in this position before, so I already know. Like I'll be quite chill. Like, Now, long as sis don't get disrespectful with me, we good.
I mean, my girl's father, when I met him, he had a female roommate. So, I figured, well, hell, she was there first, so there's no reason for me to be feeling no type of way. But she ain't never wrapped her legs around him either. It showed me no type of energy where I felt like, well, what's going on here? That was, for me, it was a lot. Legs, one leg, half a leg. It was a lot.
It could be a lot. And I ain't gonna hold you. I have wrapped my legs around my friends before like that. Now, would I say I did it while they woman or anything?
While they girl, right.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, did the friend know the assignment? Because we know Clay don't be telling the truth all out all the time either. So it's like, did the friend know where she was coming here from? Now, I shouldn't say this because it's gonna sound bad anyway. Just know I have some tact on greeting my friend in certain situations and stuff like that. All right. Now, if I know you got a girl, respectfully, I'm not gonna disrespect your relationship. That's just me. Now, I could say that the friend did a lot, but Clay, you allowed her. You should, hey, baby. I know we used to agree like that, but y'all way too comfortable. So my thing is, this is my thing though. In my investigation, I need to know if during all the rest of your relationships, is this how you continuously greeted each other? Around all the baby mama, the ex-fiance, all of this stuff. Is this how she's always, because I can care less that y'all been friends since forever, but has she always greeted you through every single one of your relationships that you just don't know no boundaries or no better or whatever and stuff like that, and everybody else has been cool with it? Or is she just choosing to do this time?
Tatiana missed a perfect opportunity. She missed a perfect opportunity. The way she dismissed her on meeting was the wrong move. What you should have done is really, greet Clavassier, give him a nice hug, see if he's still going to squeeze your buns in front of her, the friend, give him a nice kiss, and then greet her accordingly. Hey, girl, lovely to meet you. And see how she reacts to that. Is she used to seeing Clavassier interact with his girlfriend? Is she, moved by it or not? See, that's how you play, and you keep that energy over there, and you see if the girlfriend bristles or not. But this time, you came with the bristle. You barely breathed the air that girl was around, and you hot because of side information. You could have gone to the cameraman and said, who got the footage? I need a rewind. I need to see this before I pop off. But then Jay giving the bones, not RJ, that Jay. Jay giving the bones, and now you got to come and collect the flute before she toss it on somebody. See, this, I wouldn't have said nothing because you don't know these people in this house, and you don't know who's going to go real quick. And Tatiana would not have said she would go real quick, but her fire was hot.
She definitely came outside strong. I hated that she did it that way. I wish she would have just eased back a little bit, just a little bit.
But that's she's still. I'm glad she opted for the therapy. I was hoping that she'd do the one-on-one therapy instead of trying to go and as a couple, because I don't know what that resolved, because it absolutely resolved nothing.
Nothing.
The friends situation, the mom situation resolved absolutely nothing. It was just like, I don't know what you want. I'm not going to say much on the mom because I can kind of see what type of parent it is. It's kind of like you got to make your own choices, your own decision. I'm not trying to dictate your life for you. So I'm not totally mad, but it was just like it really gave nothing on it or whatever and stuff like that. And like
I wonder if she would have felt the same way if the girl wasn't so attractive. Because it was like, she didn't even, I don't know when she found out about the girl's occupation, because, that came later. But I wonder if it was a pretty girl. Like, I wonder if that had anything to do with, her insecurities showing up the way they did. Because like you said, before the hug ever happened, she didn't say hi, shake her hand or nothing. She just, Would
it matter? I mean, it'd be I hate to say a port for a storm. He could be with any woman, whether you find them attractive or not. Yeah, could be for convenience sake.
I don't know his type. It could be anything or whatever. But I get what you're saying, Rhonda, because she found her attractive. Sometimes we find threat or whatever, and he might not be looking at all to her at any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? It, like, I know I'm not even saying that he might not be looking at his friend. He might obviously just be like, that is my friend, but we find her attractive, so we feel some type of way about the situation and stuff. So that leads me to my next question. Can we have platonic friendships with the opposite sex?
Yeah.
And an attractive opposite sex at that.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are attractive people, who do have attractive friends as well. People can have self-control. They can. And the issue really is you and your friend got to know how a significant other may perceive the behaviors. Is it that you may have to adjust? Yes, you may, because again, she said they've known each other since 6 years old. A new person is not going to understand that. Especially, we don't know if Tatiana does have long-standing platonic relationships with any man. So yeah, you certainly can, you certainly will, and it's you gotta just edit your behavior sometimes until the girlfriend gets used to you being there, and then maybe you could roughhouse it however y'all do when y'all was 6 years, but at least you would know and feel comfortable that there's nothing going on there.
Yeah, but if that's your friend, you gonna make sure that his lady is comfortable. Like Jay said, I'm not getting ready to do all of that when I know I'm just meeting the girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, if I have a male friend, I'm gonna temper the way I call him now. Like it ain't gonna be the same like we used to talk. You know what I'm saying? The behavior needs to change if he's now in a relationship.
I see, out of respect, this is just how I look at this. Young lady was disrespectful. I'm not gonna hold you. How she carried herself, she was disrespectful. However, he allowed the disrespect, because that's something he need to shut down. That's why I asked that question earlier. Was it okay in other relationships that you bounced up on him like this? Was he always loose? I know, but was he always loosening the boundaries or whatever? Because other women might not bypass it or whatever, stuff like that. Other women might be a little bit more, I'm gonna say it like this, secure in what they got going on with them, or not take him as serious, so they don't really care or whatever, or they actually know these two from childhood. But she don't know you, sir. She's just now meeting you in real life. She's just now getting to know you, and you have so many secrets that you've been keeping from her, and you've already set up the stage and foundation of being a liar to her. So it was never a good look for your friend to just bounce up on you, and then on top of it, everybody else tell her. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Respectfully, as a friend, I don't care how long we known each other. We are grown now. I can know you from 6. I'm no longer doing childhood things that I did.
We ain't 6 no more.
We're not building little forts and tents and hiding out of them and stuff like that and telling bedtime stories no more. So therefore, I have to change some of the way that I am sitting here conducting myself with you, especially while you're engaging in relationships. You know what I'm saying? You're used to the single. I might be used to the single you and whatever I want to do while we're both single and stuff. But respectfully, when I get into my relationship, I'm going to want you to respect it too. And me personally, I like making my friend's woman feel comfortable with me, knowing that she understands that this is just a friend, that I can have a platonic relationship with your man and stuff like that. And I'm back the heck off your relationship if I need to. The simple fact that this man could not tell that woman what I don't agree, Tati needing to tell him to tell her, but still couldn't tell him, let me all I needed to know. I said, Tati, you don't need to go no further with this relationship, baby.
Why is she so persistent in like passing by? Like, how many more times do we have to come here? And this is the person you brought to come help break the news? Well, that was a great idea.
She told me to buy you flowers.
Now I want the damn flowers.
Well, that's why I spelled
F you.
F you.
I didn't have enough flowers to say, and your friend. Next time, Tatiana, you use the petals. It'll go further.
But my thing is I'm not coming to no relationship telling you to get rid of your friends. If you don't see how your friend is jeopardizing the relationship with me, then you don't need a relationship with me. Keep them. That's your friends. Because chances are your friends might be longer than I am with you anyway. So you might want to hold on to them. They're going to be that shoulder you cry on, not mine. You know, so keep your friends. And I'm going to let you know now, chances are, as long as my friends is not disrespecting me on how I have my relationship. And when I say that, meaning crossing any boundaries I set for my relationship, I'm not getting rid of my friend just because you came along and said, get rid of your friend. Now, respectfully, I don't mind Tati telling him, hey, you need to tell your friend, y'all can't hug like that. As long as I'm here, you can't do that. I don't mind that part of it all and stuff like that. But when I have to feel like I'm forcing you now to say it, and you're looking like it's paining you to say it, don't say it. Don't worry about it. I'm about to save us both the grief. You know what I'm saying? Keep your friend, do whatever you do with your friend, but I'm out. Because you made your choice in that moment. I really feel like I shouldn't have to tell you to tell your friend, but maybe you do need that little push to say, you know what, friend, I appreciate you greeting me and love me the way you do, but you cannot ever do that anymore because I'm in this relationship. No. if you start to stutter all through that, okay, now it's cool. Y'all don't worry about it. See y'all, everybody at this house. It's been a blessing being with y'all. Y'all be cool, stay up. You know what I'm saying? Your girl is out.
He said he brought his friend there to help him tell her about the baby. And the friend didn't even know like that. She was like, you didn't already tell her? Like how was she going to help you? And she don't even know, like you said, she don't even understand the assignment. The assignment was you were supposed to come over here and help me break this baby news to this lady. And the friend is like, I thought you did that.
Well, the friend did help because Tatiana don't care about the news of the baby. So technically she helped. I'm sorry.
That's that baby too.
Right. She did help. She distracted her long enough for me to get the baby news out. And Tatiana's like, I don't care about that baby. Okay. Thanks, friend.
Okay. So did she know? I'm like, I can't did she already have an idea about the baby or something? I can't believe she blew that.
She probably heard that day at the pool and just was waiting
on him to say something.
I mean, you know what? It would be better if Jay comes out now and say she heard it. Now you can't say it now because I would have said it, Jay. But on to that, it would have been better if you came out now and said you heard that conversation. That's why you blew up the way you did on that girl or whatever. But you still went to the wrong person, sweetie. That girl ain't been telling you lies. That man been telling you lies. That man didn't respect the boundaries of y'all relationship or whatever and stuff like that. That's that man. I don't know why we like to do this. We like to come up the woman when the woman has not said. I was waiting to see that lady actually disrespect Tati.
Right.
That's what I was hoping. Yeah, that's what I was hoping that we would see in that full clip is that lady actually disrespect Tati. But Tati came out there and beeline straight for her. And it was like, no, Clay you're saying it out your mouth. Clay is the one making you look like the fool.
And you came with the disrespect when the lady came in the door.
Well, no, secondhand disrespect. But I don't think at that time she knew that lady jumped in her arms.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. She didn't even have a reason.
Right. But it was disrespectful. If Clay gonna look at it, here I am bringing my best friend who I want you to be comfortable with because this is my friend forever. I need my girl to be able to meet and greet her appropriately. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's push this back on Tatiana. How, the way you met the friend without knowing any of the jump on, it was like an instant judgment, like you didn't want to be around her. It could have been really a meet and greet problem, and say, you know what, y'all go talk and we gonna talk later. But the way Tatiana didn't greet the friend, I was like, girl, that's too much for someone you don't even know.
I wouldn't want to talk to her after that. I'd be like, all right, well, you girl.
And I think that's part of the reason why he just stuck to the friend or whatever and stuff like that for the rest of the night. I could see how that worked out in that way. And then I could see it on the other side. Like, I could see Tati wanting him to check on her. Wanting, like, before the blow up, like when she kind of dipped off and stuff like that he went to introduce the friend to everybody else. I think Tati was kind of hoping like he'll circle back and be like, you good? You all right? Have a little one-on-one sidebar so she can probably discuss something that she's feeling on the inside or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a shock. You didn't tell me the friend was a female. Like, you didn't tell me it was a woman. You didn't get me prepared, so to speak.
That's also stupid, but we know Clay don't never tell nothing because I feel like that should have been something that came up like 5 months ago when they start talking. This is my homie.
Yeah.
This is my best friend. And I don't want you to feel no type of way. And she should have been on the camera. Hey, friend. Hey, girl.
Apparently, these two haven't seen each other while we had to jump in each other's arms. So who knows? Who knows what maybe the best friend lives out here in Cali because, Cali likes the corn stars and all this stuff like that. So maybe she's out here doing her work while he's back in Atlanta. And so this was just a good opportunity to catch up with an old friend. I have no clue. Okay.
Why are you telling people that lady was a porn star?
Wait a minute.
I don't know what it had to do with nothing. It has nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
Does he know? Does the friend also know the mother of his child too? Because he said the mother of his child went from, to Cali and then came back. I wonder if the friend is in Cali. I wonder if they, kind of knew each other. How is that relationship? Because
it's more than likely
got to be cool.
The friend knew. I said it more than likely possible because the friend knew all about the baby and everything, like he said.
And his godmother.
And
she ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Tati already knew about the best friend was a girl. He told her. When he tell her? When he tell her? Shay, show us when he told her, because I ain't see none of that. I see him telling other people, and then there's other people said Tati was asleep when he was having his drunk confessions. So yeah, you gotta point me at the timestamp on that one of when he told her. It must have been off camera. You the only one got the footage, Trey.
Is he aware of his friend's filmography? That would be a question I would ask him.
I bet he is.
Sure he is. I'm sure he is. That's why he was sweating. Like Jay said, he been running around here sweating since that day. We think it is the damn meat sandwiches. It's the
He down to the sofa drunk, and she's a porn star.
I would like to know, does he own the collection of her filmography?
Yes, he's a friend. He has to support his friend's business. Okay. Yes. We support our friends and all they do.
I mean, you could buy it. You can buy a copy. That don't mean you have to watch it.
Why would I buy it if I'm not
gonna buy it and not watch it?
You know what I'm saying? Now, I've been gifted some DVDs that I ain't never opened and watch it. That's a whole different thing. But me buying it, I got to watch it. I'm supposed to know if you did a good job in this.
How old was she when you found out she was doing porn? You said, "This is the big sister I wish I had." Always
had. Oh, I just want to know so much about. That's so weird too. Now that Elsa asked us this question, would you? How much you seen them your big sister that you've always wanted? Oh, you're so disgusting.
Were you having brotherly thoughts while watching? Again.
What type of brother?
Those are the questions, Tatiana. If you had played it chill, you'd have gotten so much more. He would have talked to her. You would have met her. Y'all would have sat down together, and then you leave with your mom or whatever, and your mom could have gotten an assessment too, if your mom could give you that. But this is where I would totally play the game till the last quarter, and then let him have it after the doors close and everybody's gone. But he did make, I think, a wonderful decision that you may need to leave, because she ain't gonna calm down unless you leave.
No.
Her poor mother. She's like, "Hi, here's this guy, got a baby too." Disrespecting me. She's like, "Hi."
So let's talk about the second half of this whole debacle. Tati saying that she's undecided. She's feeling indifferent. The world is turning, but not her. The stars are not aligning anymore, but they're still blinking and they're still shining. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I let them know? I have no clue. Okay. But for sure, I'm going to be petty. I'm going to be petty because I need him to feel how I felt.
I'm here for it. Just a few more hours. Hang around the house.
Don't touch me.
But come close. But sit over there.
Okay, give me some juice, but don't touch me.
Here come Jay with another sandwich.
This one's for Tati. Move, sir. It's a mushroom sandwich.
Here go your veggie pizza.
Baby, listen. Listen, Clay, this is for you, babes. This is for you, okay? You cannot hurt a person and dictate how fast they should heal.
Oh my God. I just want to.
Though Elsid is right, you made the best decision by going hell to leave, but you was a cop out. That was a cop out decision, sir. And I was not here for it. Because sometimes you just need to sit in the fire that you created. You created that fire.
He created the fire. Stop asking for peace. I want all you ninjas to stop creating disasters and then be like, I just want to be peaceful. Well, then stop blowing the roof off.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's bring on our cousin, Sean.
Oh Lord. I'm so excited right now.
Hey, cousin.
What's up, everybody? Hey, JJ, Rhonda, Elsid.
Hey, Sean.
Seems like I came in at
be
the
a
right
cousin around
time.
here.
You
Yeah.
talk about the
Be a cousin
ninjas,
rather than a best friend.
and here I come.
Yes, we're talking about the second half of Tatiana and Clay's hash out, but we'll let you jump in a sec so I can catch you up on it. We're just talking about how Clay wants to kind of dictate on how fast she should get over all of his storytelling and secrets and shenanigans that he shenanigans again and again with a friend. Yeah, and how he just kind of, in my opinion, this is my opinion, not the opinions of the other ladies, but this is my opinion. He copped out. You copped out, sir, by saying, I just don't have any more in me. There's nothing left in my tank. I've given her all, and she told me she's not going to give me 100% because I gave her 100% lies. How dare she? How dare she? Sean, what you think? You can catch up on their first half of the friend and all that as well.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm glad it's over between the two of them. I hate that it had to end this way, but I'm glad it's over. I'm glad he packed his stuff up and hightailed it out of there because, he should have been honest a whole long time ago. But there's just so many layers to this whole thing. I think she definitely jumped the gun and overreacted in the scenario with his best friend, although I do think the hug was a bit much. I'm not going to say that it wasn't a little extra hug, but I think that she just went 0 to 100. It's like, you getting ready to tussle with this girl, but you ain't, Clay is not really doing a whole lot. He's just sitting there like a statue. So I think her anger was really misdirected at the wrong person in the beginning. And then once she realized that, he's been completely lying and playing games and playing in her face, then she kind of wants to make him pay, which I thought was a little immature. So I'm like, listen, once you sat there with Dr. Ali, you should have realized it's time to go. Because it's like she glazed this. If she wasn't even, I guess maybe it was edited out, but I didn't even hear a whole lot. She seemed more of this focus was around the hug, less focus around the fact that he had a kid that he didn't tell her about. So that's what I think about that. And then in the end, he played the victim. He definitely played the victim and tried to be like, rush her along her whole process. But I think it was because he got what he came for. Had they not been to the boom boom room, I think he would have been more likely to, fall on his sword and try to be a little more apologetic and long suffering.
Agree. Ladies, your thoughts on Tanti's antics and stuff on trying to get petty and make him suffer?
I'm here for it. I feel like he needed to suffer just a little bit more. Yes, it was immature, but being petty is kind of immature.
I was seeing too much of Clay's backside on that pool table. Thank you very much.
Thanks to Jay's thumbnail.
Them tight, I'm sorry, I put it up. Them pants was getting tighter and tighter as he. Them lies was squeezing the life out of him, weren't they?
Who want to play pool on that table after all that? I mean, daggone it. When you're of a particular size, you have to always be aware of when your clothes are riding up, be it a gentleman or a lady. Come on now.
Wearing them boxer briefs outside all day.
Those were
Could've
short,
felt the
Jay.
draft.
Those wasn't drawers. What's wrong with you? You're wrong. You're wrong for that. Maybe, sometimes guys, we go through it too. You gain a little weight. I've had that happen. You gain a little weight. You don't want to get new clothes because you feel like, you know what? I'm going to get back to that size that I was before. So you keep wearing the old clothes. So maybe that's what he did. He just didn't get new ones. He's still
like
wearing the
ladies
clothes
do sometimes.
from that picture he took that he sent her with the six pack and such.
He's a whole
I'm gonna keep them tight, the clothes tight, so she think I still got it. It's all right.
Yeah,
It's mental.
Yeah.
He's psyching himself. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna get back there.
Right. The plumber's crack was just out too much for me. As they say, the behind cleavage, too much. So Clay needed to. It was too much back and forth for me. It was too much. I'm packing. Do you want to stay? And then what he's actually asking Tatiana is like, do I have a reason to stay? Will you ever forgive me for this? She could have just told him, just communication. Let's sleep on it. Let's not make rash decisions tonight. Let's sleep on it and let's talk tomorrow after breakfast. That would have been suffice. But if neither one of them are telling the other person, hey, I need some time, give me till tomorrow, but he's expecting her to just flip a switch, still want to hold his hand, still want to snuggle buddy, and it's like, dude, she doesn't need time. And at least she could tell him, we ain't gonna snuggle buddy tonight, but let's talk about this tomorrow. I mean, nobody's really communicating. It's like, I'm packed or not. Like, then go home. You have a kid at home. Just go home. Both of you have a kid at home. Go home.
Everybody got a kid at home. Some in the closet upstairs.
I look at this like, unless you're trying to make this work, just don't even worry about being petty. And I'm not saying that you need to be petty if you're trying to make it work either, or stuff like that. Of course, to be honest, like being lied to and being played in the face with, like, pause, that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a feeling that is because the trust is gone and you're like feeling some type of way. Like, do I know this person? Who is this person? And I look at it like, if I don't feel like I'm in a situation that I need to stay with you for, meaning that we got property together, or like we're tied into something together that we kind of got to be there anyway to see that through, cut my losses. Back in the day, I ain't gonna hold you. Back in the day, Tati would have been me. Like, yeah, I'm about to get my lick back for sure. But that's my end goal. But at the same time, I have realized, like, growing up and maturing, that I did nothing but made myself miserable during that time and wasted time, because I wasn't going to be there at the end anyway. So I was just sitting here being petty with somebody who ultimately can get their karma back on me the longer I stayed in that relationship. And that's kind of like what he did. He ended up at the end transferring his emotions right back to her, and she kind of feeling some type of way at the end. I wouldn't even give him that satisfaction. My pettiness was to be my absence. Like, that's what I like. My time, my energy, my everything, my me is more valuable than the BS that you about to sit here like and put me through. So let me just make myself gone. And that's be the wrap that you're blocked on it. Don't try to reach out to me. Don't try to contact me. I've made a mistake. Sure. I know you did. Enjoy that. Enjoy that mistake. That mistakes have consequences. Yours is no longer access to me. That's it. Now, if you're going to stay, and this is no fault to Tati, I'm not going to tell her to speed up how she feels about what he did to her. But at some point, you being on that end of the person that has lost the trust for somebody, you have to learn how to regain that on your own. There's only so far that person can walk with you and trying to regain that trust. What Clay was doing was not going to regain it in a day. Like, sir, you've been lying to her all this time. She's not going to change in a day. Go away. Leave her to herself for a little bit. Give her some space, like respectfully. But if you actually want this lady, guess what? You're going to have to work through them hard days with her. Some days it's not going to be easy. Some days she going to want to go through some things of yours just to make sure you're just not lying to her. And you might just have to cater to that need for that day. But at some point, she's got to walk the rest of the way. I'm not going to hold you. It's not going to be something that you need to be doing for the rest of y'all lives together, because that's just not healthy either. But as a man or a woman who is the one who caused the disrespect, you cannot dictate on a person on how fast they need to get over it. That is not fair to them. You already took their choice of options away, really, when you lied to them in the first place. So however she wants to get back at you, if you want her, you might have to let it happen. You might have to let it happen. Or do like he eventually did and say, you know what? I can't. This is just too much for me. It's too difficult now. Oh, woe is me.
What a terrible way to start. There's not even that much of an investment. Y'all just met each other. Just chalk it up. And Tatiana needs to figure out, like, stop being so forgiving and looking, past all the foolishness. Being lied to for a long time. I guess I'm not that mature, because I just now sat here and thought about 15, 16 different ways I would have spent the rest of that evening running his ass through it for doing all of that to me. But I mean, I don't know that she's like strong enough to let it go for real. She should have just, she probably should just.
I'm not about to expect her to let it go in some hours.
Yeah. No, I don't mean let that go. I mean, like, for her to be like playing around. I think her feelings are kind of still, I feel like she was really pondering for real.
Yeah.
I think the biggest mistake she made was whatever, if she's going to try to execute a petty plan, you don't execute a petty plan in public, especially with a whole bunch of people that you don't really know, and also in earshot of the person that you trying to be petty with. So that's the thing. I think, like, she might have got that time to just make him, hold out and, beg a little bit, but he's hearing her a little bit in the kitchen talk nasty about him, saying, I wanted him to pay. Yeah, that part, you're giving him, and again, I think he was playing in her face anyway. So I'm glad that he left and just ended it, because I think she would have tried to drag it out and then it just would have been a more of a time waster. But at the end of the day, if you want to get somebody back, you don't let them hear an earshot. Oh, wait, I'm about to get him back. No, you ruin your plan. Because that's why he said to her, I don't want you to waste my time, because he's over here hearing some of her plans and hearing how she's, playing games. Then they're going to sit down and play chess. And then she don't know how to play chess, but she said, don't tell me nothing. All right. What are we doing and why are we doing it?
We play checkers now. Just come on, skip it.
Exactly. Just play checkers. If you don't know how to play chess, you don't want the person to teach you, just play checkers, okay? Because that to me was so ridiculous. No, don't tell me nothing. Are we 12? Like, what are we doing?
And he was exhibiting man baby energy. Big man baby. I was like,
what took me out is what it would have been done for me, and I don't know how Clay sat through that one. And this bitch.
Whoa. That's
did we clarify?
What you see when he said that, he said, "What you say to me?" And we saw no more of that scene. We saw.
Don't matter, because he's still taking his clothes in and out of his suitcase. So that wasn't enough. He can say, guess what? I got a baby.
Again, we don't know. That seemed like a splice and dice to me, though. I don't know if Clay said that at the time when right after she said, and this be. I don't, that was too much splice and dice for me.
Well, the one thing that I did know is she should have realized and just packed it up is when they were on the phone, when she made him call her best friend, and the best friend was calling her everything but a child of God, and he wasn't doing anything to mediate the scenario. He gave that fake, like, you were wrong. You should not have hugged me like that. This is telling you everything you need to know. Like, you're not making anybody pay but yourself. Just leave this clown, let him be. He's not interested in you. He don't see nothing wrong with the hug. He doesn't see anything wrong with the interaction. He's also fine with letting her talk to you any kind of way. So pack it up. Buttercup, because this ain't going nowhere.
At all. That's why I said I wouldn't have gave him that satisfaction. I'd have just chalked it all up. Like, I'm out. Because now he get to sit here and talk about you're not about to waste my time. Sir, excuse the freak out of me. After you done wasted all of mine. What?
First of all, you ain't dumping me. I'm dumping you.
The blasphemy.
She should have never even been on the phone with the friend. That's corny. Don't call the friend. Let that go.
Yes.
And what I love was Cinco telling him, "Don't get it. Those two women arguing, Phone and Tatiana. Don't
Just
say
hang up.
nothing.
Just hang up, bro. Just hang up. The lost signal. The phone dead. Phone died. Just
But then
hang up.
Tati would say, "You
Cinco-
didn't tell your friend."
Cinco acting like he been doing such a good job. You part of the reason this whole mess done kicked off. And him and Jay, with their Monday morning quarterbacking, y'all ain't helping nothing. Y'all are part of the reason why this thing is inflamed as it is. So come on.
As long as we're not talking about that damn one night stand with the two people. Two people
Exactly. Y'all busy want to be perfect. Then Jay's having her own side conversations over here about what she wouldn't do, and that could never be me, and whatever the heck she's adding on to it. I think these people are all in jacked up situations. No one can help anyone at all.
Oh, that made me laugh when Chris was sitting there telling Alexis, you see all these people got their shit going on, and this is who you want to listen to. I'm like, Alexis can't listen to you either, fool.
You the problem too, bro.
Got your cousin talking about it's your mouth. Like, what?
It's your mouth. I'm like, oh my gosh, why do these people speak like old slavery time?
Hey, cousin.
Hey, cousin, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a month for Sunday now, bro. How you doing, huh? Like, they make me so upset. It's your mouth, not the problem.
That's the problem. I was like, it's your mouth. You want to give her some you want to elaborate on that a little bit? Tell her.
She said, "What?"
I want too.
She's like, "Say what now?" I don't know what happened to her, but she is so calm these last couple of episodes. She's like, "Really? Tell me more." I think she's just trying to get in his drawers.
All day long. She don't even care. She like the rest of these niggas in the house.
She's
Whatever.
I feel like it's gonna be.
She's like Clay. She's like Clay and Jared. She's like, I'm just trying to leave here with something at this point.
I definitely wouldn't want that. It's probably slow too.
Wanda.
Slow? Is it functioning? You say slow. Is it functioning?
Not Riri D. Not a short bus D. Oh my God.
Is the bus rolling?
Elle said, go away.
We're not going with the short bus D. Elle said.
Jay started it. I'm just continuing.
I didn't start it. I didn't even say it. What the hell?
That was Sean. Where you at, Sean?
I just said she wanted to leave here with something. You picked up the ball and ran with it. I didn't. I didn't get into anything technical.
I heard short bus and I said, is the bus rolling? That's all I said.
No, you was over there trying to figure out if the bus got any wheels and all.
Does it have wheels? No.
Is there a driver? Do the wheels on the bus go round and round?
It's one of them buses in the yard with no wheels or anything. Just
nothing. On rims.
On bricks.
And I see Trey's comment. Trey, those guys don't talk. They're not talking like you. Those guys are like, they're in a whole different century.
Really? Sean, be more Pacific.
Nah, I ain't gonna let you, be so bad on Trey now. Come on. He might splice a word or two, but he's not sounding like he's from the War of 1812. These guys sound like they coming from that plantation that burned down in New Orleans. You see, Massa's about to get us.
Trey, go away. Nah. Trey mad now. You done did it now. oh my days. Anywho, so yeah, these two, because the episode was really focused over these two. We can care less about what happened outside of that. But
Did y'all talk about Brittany and Ty? Because that was a whole problem to
no,
me.
we didn't fully get into.
Because I'm sick of that right there.
We just said people wasting their time, and we all kind of agreed Brittany's wasting a bit of time.
Did I see Kiki laid up with Brandon? Were they?
Yes, you did. I seen it.
He
I
had that
seen
thigh out,
affection.
Rhonda. I saw that thigh. He was rubbing it too.
I seen affection.
Congratulations.
I seen some love in action. I don't know.
Oh, how 1 week turns. First, Tati and Clay were all necking loudly, in the back row, and now here Kiki laying on Brandon. From 1 week to the next.
Sometimes a slow burn is better than a quick one, Well, I'm sorry. Jay probably knows this about me a little bit more, but too much kissing just makes me, when people just forcing it, and then Ty gonna ask her for tongue.
Ew.
That was a little cringy.
Yeah, that was. I don't ask me if I didn't give it to you. Don't ask me.
Never have I ever. I don't feel like I've ever had that question posed to me before.
Yeah,
sure,
like
no.
are we 12? Like,
I'm not sure how to take your response there, Rhonda.
Not sure how to take my response. I mean, if you ask me that question, the response is no. No, we're not. We're not going to be using any tongue tonight. Thank you. Can you make me
ask
say?
me? You have to ask me. The answer is no. I'm gonna tell you all the time. The answer is no. If you have to ask me, you better ask for permission. I mean, apology. You better apologize before you ask for permission.
Sorry.
Right? You better. And the teeth gonna hit you real hard, like that tongue. Like
now. We did the episode where we have to ask for consent. So maybe he's asking.
He did, consent. And she told him no.
And he also asked to smack her, but he wasn't specific either. He said, "Can I smack you?" I'm assuming he meant smack her in the butt.
In the butt, because he had said it just prior to it.
But he was like, "Can I smack?" He kept saying, "Can I smack you?" She was like, "No, you cannot." I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. If you gotta ask in that capacity, you probably know what the answer is, buddy. Pack it up. These crab legs you done threw together, from the ShopRite freezer section. Because they didn't
crab
even
legs are the only legs you're gonna be cracking this evening.
That's it. And they didn't even look, the crab legs didn't even look melanated. I didn't see no seasoning. They looked like they needed a tan.
Well, that's why he just ain't getting none this. You ain't gonna give me some unseasoned crab leg. Don't give me no boiling crab. You just got the water all seasoned, but the inside of crab not. Like you just put some sauce on the outside. What am I supposed to do with the sauce on the outside of the shell? I can't eat the shell.
And also, we eating a whole bunch of seafood, and you want to get all up in her mouth and her tongue? No.
This is before the seafood.
Oh yeah, no. Sean has a problem with smell.
And he took the crab leg. He showed us the way we took
we don't like to smell things. So Sean ain't gonna do it. He gonna like, man, go brush your teeth, please.
We both brush our teeth together, because all that onion and garlic and seasonings and seafood smells.
We both, he's thinking,
I'll pass.
He's thinking if we both were eating it, then you can't tell where yours end and mine begins.
Elsa, that makes it worse.
Hence why I said it.
He's just as bad as Tati. I mean, the writing is on the wall, Ty. She said never ever not doing it. Not going to the boom, 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 boom. Nope.
But you want to know if Cinco is ticklish. Find out if Ty is ticklish.
She don't want to. Ty doesn't tickle her brain. He don't tickle her fancy.
Wait, I missed that. When did that happen?
You said it in the kitchen.
This was in the beginning of the show. I need to go back and watch because I don't remember.
She was over there tickling Cinco, and he told her to stop, unhand him.
Really?
And she
Yeah.
wouldn't listen to the non-consent.
So she definitely don't like Ty, because she was definitely friendly with the brother too.
No,
She
she's
wanted to
And
touch
Jay
everybody but
said
the
she
man
was
she
friendly
came
with
with.
all these men. She didn't just say Cinco.
Yeah.
She said the other men in the house.
When
Jay was
did Jay say that?
she said it right
In
after
the show.
right after the tickling scene.
I
Said
must have missed it. I
keep her hand,
wasn't.
she keeps her hand off of, on everybody except for Ty.
Oh, so she
Yep.
probably got the ick with Ty then.
Yeah, she do. I know. I'm pretty sure why though, because she kind of made mention to it as like mental. So that's why I'm thinking him playing all them games. See, that's why it's like we like a man that joke or whatever, but sometimes the jokes they need to write themselves. They need to write themselves and just let them happen. Like, bro, you're trying to force all the funny haha moments and all that stuff, and just be. You can't have a serious conversation with him. Sometimes it seems like, unless we're arguing. So I think, like, for her mentally, she just like, yeah, no, I'm not. She might be a sapiosexual. I'm not really sure. She might not. She might get stimulated off the mental. So that's why Jay is looking real good to her right now. Jay act like he got some sense up in that house.
Well, he's a boy, so leave him alone. He's very yeah. Let that go.
He's younger than her.
Yeah,
but he's also younger than Jay. So there's that.
Yeah,
But I did think it was nice, to Ty's credit, that he, took her back to see his place, and
That's it.
Right. Thank you, Jay.
Well, why you think it was he had a ulterior motive?
Oh, for sure.
Come on.
For sure.
Let's just say, if that was my place, camera crew was not coming over. Okay.
Ty said, I'm not going to be doing all this stuff for you, and you ain't about to do nothing for me. It's your turn. Pay up. I made you crab legs. I made you eggs.
Let me get in them crab legs.
Come on.
And she said, no.
She said, that's nice. Now let's go home.
This place is cute. It's cozy. Let's go back to the mansion.
Notice when she says bedroom, she's like, oh, is this where it goes down? She meant for you.
Sean,
not
what
for
did you
us.
call it? What did you call it?
What?
His what? Was that a separate bedroom?
I thought so.
It wasn't?
Or was that a bed space in the side?
It wasn't a separate bedroom?
What was it?
I thought it was a separate bedroom.
Or maybe he was
looked like a studio apartment.
Oh,
It looked like
I
a
guess the way
studio
he had it set
apartment.
up. Well, listen, his sleeping alcove, El said, we gonna be a realtor over here.
Well, first of all, El said LA living is not cheap, baby. Okay, if he doing it by himself, studio your way on. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and just hound him for a studio in LA. I'm not, because
thank you, Trey. Boxes everywhere.
Yeah, but at this point, you kind of need to live with a roommate out here.
And that's fine. I'm just, clarifying. I'm trying to get,
You're getting specific. You're getting specific again. You're getting specific again. But whatever it was, I think she was just saying that, this is where you get down, but we ain't getting down nowhere.
Exactly. These studios be costing a lot out here. They out of control, child. You find a studio for $2,000. Like what?
And we don't know what Ty's occupation is.
Sure don't care. Not a comedian.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
But if he was, he ain't quite starving. Yeah, she was not impressed by him or his place or the food or the drink. She was just not impressed. Even with the fact that it was the meal that she wanted and her drinks and all that. It's like you finally got what you wanted and you're still not happy.
Well, why should I be happy in a day's change? It's the same. It's the same thing with, I know what you're saying, El said, but I'm just saying it's the same thing like with Tati and Clay. Like, why do you expect now that you doing what I asked you to do, which you should have been doing off rip, that I'm just supposed to change in a day. I don't understand the thought process of these people. Like, I know this is an expedited like situation that you're in. However, you've been talking to somebody promising them certain things up until this point. So you should have came in with those things ready to be unleashed. And maybe you would have got the results that you wanted.
I think, but what is she doing? She's not. She hasn't been open at all.
Well,
You
did she
know,
say she was gonna be open?
huh?
Did she say she was gonna be open?
Well, what the hell? What the helly? What the heliante? I'm just supposed to work with a brick wall? Like she's not. It's like I think the whole process of this too, and I get it that Ty may have overpromised and underdelivered, but it's like it takes two people to work a relationship. I'm just not like I'm not a circus animal to be here to entertain you and to make you happy and make you like me. Like you also need to be working on things in the relationship too. There should be some level of reciprocity, and I don't see any of that from Brittany. It's always like give me, give me, give me. What are you gonna do to make me happy?
Well, we definitely don't see nothing from her. We've been saying that for a couple of weeks now, that she ain't been giving him nothing. But
Well, she made the drinks tonight. Didn't she make the drinks tonight?
For who?
He was the cook and she was a bartender. He said that.
I thought
So
she
she
said
made
you
drinks.
made my favorite drink when they were at his house.
made her favorite meal.
No, but she said something when he gave her drink. She was like, "And this is my favorite drink too."
He bought it.
Everything. Okay, well, she's reciprocating love's words of affirmation.
You had to dig real deep to find.
I really
did. You go ahead. You ride for Brittany, Jay.
I worked hard. I wrestled my brain with that one.
Depths.
I wrestled my brain with that one, bro. I've been trying to find something she gave this man.
Because it wasn't tongue, okay?
Well, I supported her on that because even if she wanted to, I don't want to see it.
I think words of affirmation.
I think, I just feel like, sometimes when a person is physically transactional, all that extra stuff that they doing for you is hard to like, I don't know. I would say in my case, it's hard to feel appreciated because it's like, I know you're only doing this for one reason and one reason only. And if I show you any attention, it's not going to be the kind that you actually want at the end. Like you're not doing this because you like to do it. You're not doing this necessarily for me. You're doing this because you want something in return. And I don't know if that's the reason why she's being so closed off or she's just actually a closed off person. Now she gives me that I can't even say she's actually closed off because she's touching everybody else in the house.
I think she had a fantasy of him being more like his brother, and he's nothing like his brother.
Yeah.
And she definitely has that princess mindset because you heard when the mama came through.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she has that, she got the what's the song? Destiny's Child song. What's the cater to you? She want to be catered to. So
can you pay my bills? Can you pay my bills?
That's the other one now.
Like, can you do all of that first? And then maybe I'll cater to you. I don't know yet.
Well, she want to be catered.
I know
too.
she want to be catered to, but she was like, "Can you do all the other stuff first?" And maybe somewhere down the line,
I'm gonna bless you with some of the boom boom.
Bam! I got it.
Boom bap, boom bam, boom bap, boom.
She said, "We are not even close to there. Not even."
At all. So
no, she was running. It's like literally running away from the man.
Stop trying to pressure me, Kiki. No, I have not thought about it. We walked past the room, but that was it.
And Kiki was pressing. She was like, "I'm not trying to get in your business, but like,
But
what is it?" She said, "Look, don't make me cuss you out now. I'm gonna go Tati on you in a second. I got a good thing going over here now. Don't piss me off, Kiki.
Right.
I like you.
Is there anything
somebody talk to you like that.
Right.
I like you, Kiki.
I like you now. Let's stay out of it.
Let's keep it that way."
Let's return that finger to your mouth and stay out my business.
Right. It's just like, what is it? Anything that he can do? No. there's nothing. I said, oh shit.
I don't know about he, but what you can do is stop asking me all these questions.
On camera.
I said good day. I said good day.
Because you see, right now I ain't got no breakfast, so he already slacking on bringing me breakfast in the
He's
morning.
like, the person redirect. So what about you and Brandon? How are you? Are you ready to move? We escalating.
Where y'all going?
Are you ready for the boom boom room?
Asking me all these damn questions.
Why does she
Y'all
need the
seem to be on
boom
good
room? She
terms.
was just at his house.
She didn't know she was going to the house when Kiki asked that question. She didn't know.
It don't matter. He wasn't getting in either place.
Now it would have been in his best interest to have taken her out and seen LA a little bit. I don't know if they did that on the way over there. Can the camera cut it off? But like you should have made sure the cameras got you going somewhere else first and then the last stop. Possibly at the house, depending on how the night is going, you know what I'm saying? But just to take her to the house and be like, oh, I cooked you dinner and there's my bed right over there. I got a crick in my neck.
Where is she from? Atlanta or Chicago? Where does she live?
I don't remember. Elsie, I got to pull it up.
Elsie be knowing. Come on.
Yeah, she got the note somewhere.
I got the notes. Brittany is from Texas.
Yeah, no.
This
her
ain't
house is
Texas.
probably very big compared to his studio. For the
Brittany
same
said,
money.
this
Well,
ain't
in
Texas.
Texas, the cost of living is a lot cheaper.
Right.
Right. Brittany said, this is my closet. This
Walk-in closet.
Right. She's like, and this is where your clothes go, right?
Right.
Where's the rest of it?
Hmm.
Where's your island?
It's like, oh, okay.
Okay. Cozy, comfy.
Very nice. This is cute. When a woman calls anything that a man owns cute, don't ever say, don't tell me my car is cute. Don't tell me my apartment is cute.
Oh, they'll hit you with the, oh,
That's
is cute.
cute. Don't even tell me I'm cute. Like, I'm
my
grown.
dorms at college.
It's like, oh, that's cute. Or then when they tell you, oh, this is nice for you, I'm like,
Oh,
just keep it to yourself.
This looks like my son's area of the house.
All right. This looks like my son's room.
Wow.
Wow. He has the same games. Look at that.
Or they ask you, have you always lived here? Are you gonna like live here forever? Or like what's
The plans to move.
are you is this a long-term space?
Right.
Like
This is a transitional home. What are we doing?
like where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Wait, Sean, they start talking like a Kira would say. Kira start talking about her with her hair. She'd be like, is this Okay.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Right.
Let me get you home.
So you have no other plans. This is
This is it, huh?
yeah, okay. This is nice. Okay. And you're gonna live in LA forever?
But you see, if you ask him that, he may think, it's an invitation for him to come to Texas.
You're gonna need some more, so you could come to Texas. Texas is very big. Texas is very big. It's a lot of Texas you can live in.
Yeah. What you planning on where did you think you wanted to live in Texas? Where were you thinking to move?
You can probably get a much bigger space.
Yeah. I hear Dallas is nice, but don't you live in Houston?
Nice.
Yes. How far is Dallas from Houston on a good day? 2.5, 3 hours.
San Antonio is really nice. There's Austin.
Oklahoma's not that far from Texas.
Louisiana's right next door. It's not that 4 hours.
Louisiana's real cute. You can go there.
Oh God.
Real affordable. Real affordable.
You can get so much space. They have farms in Idaho.
Dang.
Acres. You could get acres of space.
Get further and further away from her.
Exactly. Like, don't they have tornadoes there? Yeah. You just go in the storm cellar. You'll be fine.
They have basements.
Exactly. You know.
Ludeman,
In
Idaho.
a house with a basement, it's levels to this.
Poor Ty. I feel bad for him now.
I do too. A little, just a little. You
A little
know.
bit.
Yeah.
He's trying to do
I
a
mean,
little piece of something. You know.
he went all out for an evening. Well, cooking for her, drinks, all of her favorites, and we come back to the house and we're like in still a weird, awkward energy.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
we
hate how
need to pack up.
everybody's again all in their business. Because who
All in
was
their
that
business.
yapping like he did all that for her and he
Alexis.
didn't even get nothing? Was that old girl
Alexis.
Charlie or
Sound like
somebody
Chris.
making comments?
It was Alexis.
Alexis,
Oh,
Oh, well, see, I
And you
wasn't
doing all
far.
of that for Chris, and you still not
He's
getting
rubbing
anything.
off on her.
You
she
gotta
just
work so
hating.
hard, man. You gotta work so hard.
and the least compatible couple.
Oh my God! I was say what now? How is a pot calling a cat? Calling the pot, calling the kettle. Child, what? Least compatible. I guess one sided. I guess she don't see it because she's a compatible side of their relationship. So
She's
Poor
like, say
thing.
what she at this point. She's like, Chris, you can say whatever you want. Just she ready to get laid down.
drop them draws, sir.
Exactly.
And
Keep
her
all
friend
this.
brought her supplies.
Yeah. I just seen somewhere, this is such a side note, but I just seen somewhere that there's some microorganism inside of Trojans giving people herpes. That's neither here nor there, but I just read that.
Damn.
You know,
Sounds
thank
like a trick.
And that is a
Who
public
came up with
service
that, man?
announcement.
I can't wear these things. It's the microorganisms. Haven't you heard? It's all over the internet.
I don't know if it's a trick or not, but enjoy.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
Your bacteria, it's just a side note. Anywho, back to these folks and the use of condoms. I hope Jared has been using his.
Ain't no way. He's
'Cause-
not.
Because next week, Sean, you was worried about her running around the house laughing about Tati's situation and all this stuff like that. Joke's about to be on her. Because this man is about to be like, yeah, your time, ma'am, is up. Thank you for your services.
And she
That's
looks,
diabolical.
poor thing, she just looks just as dumbfounded as she could be because who was that said, oh, that was Kiki said, oh, I'll have to fight both of y'all if y'all break up. She was trying to let Charlie
Slightly
know, and
got
Charlie
up.
was like, I'm never leaving him, and he looked like,
We're gonna see about that.
yeah, you may not leave me, but I'm about to leave you.
I ain't staying.
He looked down at the hand on his chest and then looked back up at her. I was like, girl, that was a clear indication of don't. That was his version of don't touch me.
Right, read the room, sis. Yeah, he's next level diabolical too. Between him and Clay, he just is really, really mean.
He is super mean. Because what your intentions are to tell her now that you got what you wanted.
You better not show up next week with some petrified flowers for that lady. That would be terrible.
Shout out to Chaz.
Don't get Chaz activated, please.
Shout out to Chaz in the chat.
He gonna give us a thesis level breakdown in terms of why he gave that lady flowers like that.
I don't feel sorry for Charlie at all. That's what you get for leaving your baby at home.
I don't feel sorry for her because you thought it was funny to laugh at a whole nother lady situation. I watched some of the other episode back and I was like, she was just really kikiing about it though. I was so focused on Clay and the BS last week that I didn't realize how much she was just getting off on it.
And she was getting off on the hug. Oh my God. And he had his legs around her. She's terrible.
Yeah, we talked about that when we did, Kojo's panel earlier. I really didn't like that she's been playing these games like that and doing all of them at now at this point, because we've heard Charlie now speak on it, Tati and Clay situation. We've heard Brittany speak on it. We've every single one of the ladies, in addition to the fellas now, or have all had something to say about the scenario, except for Kiki. I don't think I've heard anything from her yet.
Yeah. I mean, if Kiki knew, she was smart enough to keep it to herself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, But Charlie knew more than likely before everybody, unless that conversation that Clay had, being drunk, was done before his conversation with Jared, which I don't think, because Jared was in that conversation there. And maybe that sparked the conversation at the pool. I don't really know which came first in that scenario. But at the time, it seemed like Charlie is the only woman that did know. And instead of gathering the girls and being like, hey, listen, I know this information about him, but I don't know how to tell Tati, she just rather got off on just spreading the rumor around, just like, I know something she don't know, and he needed to go ahead and tell her. Like, not once, and I said this on Code's channel, because I know when Sean brought it to all our attention, I was like, not once did she even just be like, pull Clay to the side and say, Clay, listen, I heard about your situation. And for me, I know I was scared as heck when I had to tell him, but now that I tell him, I feel a lot better. Because at least her or Jared could have did that for that man. Because they was both holding on to a secret that they finally decided to tell each other, and it kind of worked out in their favor, so to speak, quote unquote, at the time. But I would have felt better. Like, you just go up to that man, and you might not go up to her and say this stuff because you're not trying to be in people's business, especially people you don't know, but just go up to him and be like, hey, you need to say something, bro. You got a deadline. You got a deadline on it. Like, you need to say something, because I'm not going to sit up in this house
grinning in her face.
I'm making friends with this whole lady. You making it real awkward for me to be her friend. Like, I would feel uncomfortable trying to be her friend, knowing that I know the BS are with you. So it's going to be real weird. Like, she's going to be like, why she avoided me? What's going on? Because I'm going to be avoiding that lady the whole time that I'm there, because I know your secret and you won't tell her. Mm-hmm. Maybe production don't want them to say anything. Shit, I wouldn't have said nothing. It had been written on a note then. Get out. It's not safe. Run, bitch, run.
Do exactly and get out. Run up to her and then turn and run away.
You know they got these challenges with, can you guess the acronym? So you just say, he got a baby mama, and just put that HABM or whatever, HGABM. And she's like, what that is? Be like, what's a BM?
All right. Bowel movement? No.
Figure out the rest.
I was about to say that.
You know what BM stand for. She would have figured it out probably, like, baby mama. What is a baby mama?
Well, listen. You just, you make the eyes. You be like, over there, over there, over there.
I swear to God, every game night, Chris would have been nudging me instead of Alexis. Like, stop sitting there making this thing. So I would have been like, so this game, we're going to play hangman. The word, y'all need to guess. 2 words. 2 words. First word, 4 letters. Second word, 5.
Uh-oh. Rhonda, you just took a sip. Was that the same glass Tati had? Because she lit a fire when she started sipping on that.
Well, I'm just drinking
That's
Hawaiian
not a
punch, so
champagne
there's
flute.
no fires to be made over here.
You shaking? Wait, no, you drinking a fruit punch in a wine glass? No.
Oh, that's when the girl, she went off on her, right?
Right.
She was like, we in different tax brackets. I was like, Clay, say something in the call. Do something.
Wait,
Are you there?
Tax brackets took me out because I said, so we in different tax brackets, so you don't know how to walk in and hug and greet your friend like a lady. Oh, okay.
He was lighting her up. On another side note, they say she's a P-star.
Oh yeah, she's.
Do you know her P-star name? I want to look up for a friend. I want to see.
I'm gonna do a little investigation.
I want to see. I want to see what her scenes look like. I want to examine the quality of her work.
Claire friend.
See it playing for any of these.
Just to understand a little bit. Is she only on the subscription-based services, or is she on the wide web?
Like what kind?
Wide web.
Elsie.
You said it.
Not that you said it. You can't get away with this all night.
You know, that's because she done come off of her unscripted, her new series on her channel. So now she getting all unscripted
Unsolicited.
over here.
And she getting her unsolicited.
Unscripted and unsolicited. She got all the uns going. Unhinged,
Very unhinged.
uninhibited.
Spicy, too.
You know?
Very.
Ungiving a fuck. Yes, I don't know. There was petrified roses all over the floor this episode.
Oh, that was crazy. I'm like, what is wrong with her? She was making me nervous. I was like, you gonna waste roses, or were those the roses he
That was
gave
the
her?
rose he gave her.
Right.
Oh, okay.
He politely spelled them out.
F you.
Next
I'm like,
time,
what in the hell?
Use the petals. The petals will give you more
Yes.
of a range.
Yes. And then you can use the
She
stems.
wanted him to step on those thorns. That's what she wanted.
I said you can use the stems to hit him with to make a crown he can wear around. A crown of thorns.
Since he's such a
You gotta
victim.
switch.
See, I done woke him up. He was like, I should have thought of that. I would have spelled the petrified roses and told her, I ain't choosing you.
Y'all better leave those petrified roses alone.
Those roses have been petrified the way that Tati came out.
She was like Medusa. She turned around and turned those roses into stone.
It looked like we're gonna be downhill from here, baby. We're gonna be lucky if Jay and Cinco survive this storm of people.
They're going to have a whole crib to themselves. Welcome to our mansion.
Yeah, they're going to be like, we get the boom boom in every room.
We're about to have a party over here.
You don't just need the shower anymore, baby.
That's like, we can boom boom in all the rooms.
But Jay is right. The way for her not to answer any questions from Cinco is just to be in other people's business. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tati got a little anger issues because you see how that girl waited to talk all that trash when she got on the phone. Because when she was there in person and Tati was about to run up on her, she was backing all the way up. She was backing up quickly.
Sean, because that's her money maker. Her face.
She says, "Now
physique.
not you're gonna assault me." She was using big words. She said, "Now you're gonna assault me."
Can't. That's a moneymaker. She can't show up on set later with scratches and bruises.
Nobody looking at her face on her job.
I didn't say where the scratches and bruises are going to be, Rhonda.
Nobody's looking at her face on her job. Wow, Rhonda.
We don't know what they shooting, what they filming today, Rhonda.
As much as I know, men half the time they looking at the women's faces. That's the craziest part.
Sean, you can let us in. Go find out what we were looking at over on, her business page.
Did you go to her page?
I didn't. I thought that was your, task.
Your assignment.
I didn't get around to it because I was, trying to hurry up and get on here. Because as soon as I heard, I said, "Oh, now I'm curious."
We got a few men in the chat, and we got Sean on the panel. When y'all watch Corn, do y'all ignore the woman's face?
Absolutely not.
Told you, yeah.
No, I mean, listen. Depending on what activity is taking place, you can't help but to see her face.
That's why I said, what are we filming today?
Mm-hmm.
It may be all at her face.
Yeah.
If the lady had a face scratched up, would you watch it anyway?
No, I'm not into anything. Bruising. That's not my kink of choice.
Not your kink of choice.
No.
Where's the menu? Where's Ty with the menu?
I don't want to kink shame nobody because that may be, some people are into, rough play.
Yeah, what a weird one, but okay. I'm saying weird only for the fact that it's like you want to see the bruises, but I'm not doubting people. It's probably
No, I didn't say you wanted to see them. I'm just saying, would you ignore them?
no.
No,
Even
she's
notice
saying
they're
like for
there.
the people that do like that.
That's what
Oh,
I'm saying. We're
No,
talking about
there's
pinky
that's
people that like
yeah,
it.
yeah, no, there's definitely
There's a genre for it.
for
yeah.
everything you
I'm
wouldn't even
sure.
think of, you
Yeah,
know. So
and yeah, that's a little, yeah, that's a little out there for me. I'm not trying to turn on it and see you all scratched up and scarred up and all that. It's like, yay. I'm watching that.
no.
Am I watching an action film now? Like, what is this? What in the Die Hard is this?
Depends on the storyline.
I ain't found one with a good storyline yet.
Not woman.
Hi, I'm
But yeah,
your
Sean,
plumber.
this is your mission. Should you choose to accept it,
What's
okay?
my mission?
Is to check out
To
the
go check out the
business
thing.
page.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, he was already planning on doing that.
And report back.
That's the easiest job I done had in life.
You know, I did go visit your newfound friends page, Sean. And since you had said that, and I was wondering to myself because some of her dance moves to her videos, her music is like it's been gone to some couple of pole dancing classes, and that we're just exercising what we learned in class. And I was wondering if Clay thought because of her page that she was a certain type of lady that he can feel comfortable enough to be like, oh, let me bring my best friend who is a P star, and this is how we engage with each other and things like that or whatever. So you should be down because your page, you do these things on your page. I'm just wondering how free he thought she would be. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
he
he's
might have
also
gotten an impression of her, of Tati, because she definitely is free.
and we don't know what part of Atlanta he is hanging out. So he may think, her Tatiana dancing as such may mean she's, open to, people of the industry.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Well, she definitely wasn't open to the lie, so you should have been more open with her and actually found out straight up instead of trying to lie your way through it. You know what I'm saying? You should have just, hey, what type of freak are you? Not my kind. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. Like, that's it. Sometimes it's not that hard. Sometimes it's just not that hard to be like, hey, are you down with the fact that I got a kid and, a best friend that dabbles here and there with, getting DP'd from time to time? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe if he hadn't already lied, I feel like she was kind of already side-eyeing him after that game because, she knew he was lying. Like you said, even at the pool, she was like, I don't believe him. I feel like there's more.
Well, I know she was going to stick it out just because Sean has pointed out she's doing her music.
She's an entertainer.
Mm-hmm. She's going to stick it out or whatever. But I do realize a lot of those tears, I would assume they were real. And she wasn't just shooting a music video tears for me at the time. I'm not sure. But it was giving kind of real.
Did we see tears?
When she was with the therapist. She had tears marks down her face, her makeup.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about somebody else. I thought we were talking about somebody else.
I know, talking about Tati.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think she liked him. I think Tati was a little bit in love with the fantasy. And then, she got over here and things just wasn't what she thought it was going to be, how she played it out in her head. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Sometimes my tears be more so because I'm pissed the fuck off. Oh, excuse my French. Pissed off. Not really, cause you did anything. Not even that you hurt me. I am mad at myself right now
because I fell for it, and I went to the boom boom room with this nigga.
Right.
Sometimes it can be mad that I'd like to snatch you, but the cameras are around.
Almost convicted myself again. Shh. Anywho, yeah, the tears sometimes be falling because in that moment when I think that when the therapist says something to her, that's when she at, or when she was explaining to the therapist how she felt. I think it hit her like I think everything hit her because it's you got to think it's a combination of a lot of stuff that's going through Tati's head. Is one, this nigga been lying to me. Two, I don't trust nobody in this freaking house right now. I'm in this by my damn self because not one of you came up to me and said a damn thing. Though, in all fairness, I think some people did try to throw a few hints your way, Tati. Few people tried. Alexis was like, ha, that nigga lying right now.
No.
I don't know what more hints you want me to give you.
The games.
Yeah, they tried. A few people did try, but they were still snickering and laughing all big, like at your expense at the end of the day. So I know she's feeling that too. And just the wrath of how long she been ignoring her gut. That's a hell of a combo. And like you said, Elle said these damn cameras keep rolling. When are y'all gonna go? Like, when y'all gonna say rap? When y'all gonna home?
Isn't it too late at night for me to actually leave the house? Let's leave in the morning.
Well, and I think she wanted her exposure too.
That's what I said.
You got to stay here. So I'm gonna stay here and keep pretending like I don't know this dude is lying.
Yeah, but she was gonna also keep staying there just to torture this man for the rest of the remainder of the show if he didn't leave.
But Jared made a weird comment like, oh, Clavassi is doing this leaving thing to turn the attention back on him.
And was. Because now he's the victim. Mm-hmm.
Well, Jared would know.
She won't forgive me. Oh, she's being so mean to me. Oh, please.
I didn't see it as that. I saw it as Jared is upset he not in the spotlight himself.
No, Jared about to make it back in the spotlight. Don't worry. He like the only dude in here that was keeping a secret like better than me is leaving. I'm out too. Bromance.
Irving gone. Now Clay is gone.
They're breaking up all the bromances. I can't talk to Cinco because Cinco ain't with the. and
Clay
Chris
wants to marry me forever, ever.
Chris, I don't know what the hell he owes. So.
They all told Clay, you know, like that's the first thing you should have done. Go apologize. Go in there and take your butt whipping.
Go apologize. No. Now y'all want to tell him what he should have done. He should have told her the truth. That's what. Bad advice still.
9 months ago.
Man, apologize for what? Lying? Having this lady jump all over you? Man, just go home. Just go. Pack your stuff and go, sir. You're about to forever be the villain in her story. Don't worry about it. Just go on, go.
She held out all that time just for it all to blow up in her face the next day.
I hope she continued to held out that night. Because I mean,
I hope so.
When I did look at it, he was sleeping on the outside of the cover with his pants on, but that means nothing really because you could just have put them on at some point of the night. However, I hope that they pretty much stayed on all night and all they did was kiss. But, you know, they're grown, so it is what it is.
They're grown. We're talking for months, so I mean, whatever.
Yeah, no. But all that kissing that she was doing in front of everybody, that in that regards, ma'am, you played yourself.
Darn sure did.
I told y'all she like being watched though, so there's that. Because ain't no way I'm doing all this daggone kissing in front of everybody unless I want y'all to see me doing it.
At the table, in the car,
on the couch, at the pool, like, ma'am. They made a room for y'all. Go to it. Go use it. Nobody's there. Trust. We're all in here in your business, so clearly the room is
all
open.
In the kitchen. Run.
Clearly the room is open. Go take advantage. But you know, she likes to be watched, so now they watch you look crazy. Damn, I hate that for her. Anywho, is Kiki ever going to tell her story?
How many episodes are left?
She may go home intact. She may go home intact because it seems like everything
everything
is everybody else.
So many secrets have been exposed already. It's no need for me to tell mine.
She's like, I don't have
Just
a
cuddle on the
baby.
couch.
No need to bring more drama in the house. We need peace. We need peace.
Let's cuddle on the couch. You play pillow, and I'll just lay here.
Poor Brandon.
I hope he's not just seeing this and realizing she got a man at home. That was so. That was so.
At least you realize it.
That is not a consolation prize. What the? What the?
At least he realized.
A year later.
Surprise! You know now. You know now.
He got his pictures.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Well, I don't know what more of this episode. I don't know. Was there anything we missed? Anything that happened else from anybody? Because it's mostly Tati and Clay throughout the episode. And I know we had a little bit with Alexis and Chris's people.
I want to know why Alexis, girl, she cannot be that thirsty. There has to be something going on in, what do you call it? Where's she from? Philly?
Not this man said I want her to work out a little bit, but she's receptive.
Yeah, he's gonna take every chance he gets to
God.
just speak horribly.
I know he's not talking.
That's why I don't feel bad making fun of him at all, because he just talks so horribly.
He's a little special one, ain't he?
Now, where's Playboy Justin? I thought they were friends. Justin, this is your friend.
Who's Justin?
Yeah.
From Ready to Love. His homeboy from Ready to Love.
Which one was that?
Oh, wow.
He won the show. Him and what's her name? Mia? No, not Maya. What's her name? With the big booty that they all were like. Ask Chaz. Chaz in the chat. He know Playboy Justin.
Forgot. I guess I must have forgotten.
He was on the season.
Probably
He was on the season before or the season after. I can't remember which order they went in.
He was on the Dallas season with Aries?
No, he was on the Dallas season with Chaz and them.
No, with Chaz, because he came
as a friend of Chris.
Mika, that's her name. He came in there and swept Mika off her feet.
Oh, yeah, Mika and Justin. That's right. I guess I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, they was on the 2 different seasons, but they're friends.
Oh, okay.
Life. So yeah.
For something, Justin was Chris's friend visiting.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Yeah, I think Alexis is, because she is big in the Ready to Love space with, that Facebook group that she manages and moderates. I think this is like a notch in her bedpost, as they say, a notch in her belt.
But it's not. The notch ain't notching.
I guess she'll get there.
That's what she's hoping for, and Chris is saying stop.
I guess she'll get there.
First the bus is slow, then it got no wheels.
She's on her best behavior, because you see what she told whatever that lady named that came to visit her friend. She said she ain't never had to work hard. And the friend was, all right, well, just keep working. Just keep a little longer.
Got this girl.
Hang on in there.
You good, girl.
You almost home.
You good, sis. You a little bit longer.
Meanwhile, he's outside. I'm not going to be able to hold her off much longer.
Sir, please.
And the friend is like, you got this. She really
Brought your
was.
condoms.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
The
that's
friend
her
was
friend.
like, just work on your mouth.
Mhm.
You know, she was like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah, I can definitely do that
I
on
can
him.
I can show what my mouth do.
Tell him come here.
She
Okay.
looked like she was sedated for most of the episode.
She probably was. They are in Cali. So I can't tell you much. I can't tell you neither here nor there. However,
And she's Jamaican, so the Jamaicans have the best devil's lettuce too. So hey, all of that, all of the above.
Devil's lettuce.
that's what
We
Wendy
didn't talk
calls.
about your favorite, Sean. Your favorite doctor was there tonight.
Who? Oh yes, I love me some Dr. Ali. Although I just felt like some of her advice was not definitive enough for me. It's
That's what
like, lady, do you know how many lies this man? Don't say is this it? This is it. This should be it.
there should be no more.
This is we're done here.
Completely.
I don't think
Please.
she wanted to say that. She was like, "So, girl, what you gonna do?" Basically, I can't answer for you. Are you staying or are you leaving?
Well, what is we doing? And that was my question too. What is we doing? I need you to be honest right now, because torturing this man ain't it. He don't care.
When he got up to try
Especially
and help her, he tried to help her up, and she gave him the Melania. Bam! Don't touch me.
oh yeah, Mahanya looks at any
Heisman.
opportunity she can to ice out 47.
Heisman.
But yeah, I was like, unfortunately, and this is just the way the tables have landed for Tati and Clay. If this had been the week before and all this stuff came out, then yeah, she could have played with him a little more because she wouldn't have, given him the goodies. But now that she's given him the goodies already, it's very difficult for her to like have more leverage to hold over if she wanted to play this petty game,
Yeah.
So it all sucks.
That may be where the anger comes from. The fact that I let my guard down, and
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said that's why I feel like she was crying with the therapist, because it's just like, damn, I done gave this nappy head Negro some.
with an S on his chest.
This lying ass Negro. I got my goodies.
He got a big belly and an S on his chest. The lie. Another lie.
Lies. There you go. This bitch.
There have been a lot of lies said around this dinner table here tonight, but that you can't believe.
I believe it.
I'm sorry, Clay. I can't defend any body shaming. I can't. Your behavior has left you indefensible.
Clay was like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry! 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 I'm sorry!
meanwhile, Tati
I
said,
won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Now, Jay, don't get your video taken down with all these memes and gifs and TikToks, please. That one with old boy Channing Tatum actually scared me.
I don't feel safe.
Yeah, I was scared. I was scared a little.
that's how that movie actually went. It was a little scary. It was a little dark.
But unfortunately, Clay wasn't saying. I mean, maybe Tati would have given him a little, grace or made a little room if he was somewhat apologetic. He wasn't. He was like a little kid throwing a temper tantrum. It's like, yes, And then when he said to the friend, "You were wrong. You shouldn't have jumped on me like that." It's like
The robotics.
That was
Please
it.
don't ever.
No contrition whatsoever.
Never
Meanwhile,
ever.
she's snapping on Tati.
Right, you snapping at Tati through the phone, and when Tatiana didn't have comebacks, you gonna let her speak to me like that? You gonna let her speak to me like that? You're not defending me. And Cinco's there. Don't say nothing.
He's about to tell her, well, you started it.
He's like, no.
You the one that made me call her. I just did what you asked.
Like, don't say nothing.
She was like, "Just don't say nothing."
I knew this was a problem calling her. I knew how
That girl
she
was
is.
waiting.
That's been my friend forever. You should have never said call that lady. No.
Right.
No.
And then she was like, and then you had the nerve to walk her out. What was he supposed to do?
Well, you iced her out, man. So
You wanted her to go. He escorted her. What's he supposed to do? Well, then go.
leave already, please.
Be gone. Find your way to the exit. Get to stepping.
I want these ladies to stop saying I don't feel safe when it's not like called for. Like in that moment, what are you talking about?
That's just that's our collective. These are the new buzzwords. You know, narcissism is still out there, but it's become accepted now. So everybody can be a narcissist and nobody fights about that anymore. So now it's, I want to be safe. You know, I don't feel safe. I want to be protected. I want somebody emotionally intelligent. You know, like we throw these words
Yeah, I don't
around.
like any of those. They're irritating me.
I
And
feel
accountability.
seen,
Let's don't take any
safe
accountability.
space. You know,
What do you mean?
these are the buzzwords.
See me.
do you see me or do you see me? Yeah.
Did you hear?
This is the danger of too much accessibility to therapy and social media, you
Oh
know?
my goodness. I see both of y'all, and I don't like either one of you.
Unsee this.
This is, you're not making this a safe space, Rhonda. I don't feel
I
safe.
mean,
Yeah, not at all.
I can leave.
Could you
It
though?
wouldn't be you if
Are you
if you
being
announce
narcissist?
it.
Are you gaslighting me, Rhonda?
Right.
A little bit. Gaslighting hasn't started yet. That's when I say, Sean told me to leave. You asked me to leave.
Yeah, that's it. You said go.
You the one who said it. That's the crazy for you, baby. I don't know. I don't know what to do with y'all people. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with y'all
Send them
people?
home.
You want to send them all home, El said?
Well, you know, most of them. After they tell their secrets, then they can leave out the door.
Okay.
Well, who should leave first, Brittany and Ty or Kiki and Brandon? At least they're snuggling.
Nah, Jared and Charlie got to go. They seem like they're about to go next.
He told her he was ready to go last week or week before.
Or move into her house.
He been ready to go for weeks now.
Cause she's looking at him in the preview like, so when were you was just gonna let this all play out? He was like, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure was.
But look, I did a good thing. I'm telling you now.
Right. Praise me.
That dude is crazy.
Praise me. I'm great. Look at me.
I'm doing a good thing. This
I'm
is
wonderful.
for both of us.
I'm freeing the both of us. Like, we got that
I
off.
mean, you came over here with a brand new baby, 2 secret children, and you like, I think we got something. I need to see if you're worthy. Girl, go home.
I'm releasing you to go back to your baby.
I was hoping you release yourself, but clearly you didn't want to
No.
take that advice.
I choose the man. Those poor kids. Oh, those poor kids. How often do they go through this?
Well, not for the past 5 years.
I mean, not with him.
Right.
She'd be like, it's some cereal in the cabinet. Y'all be all right. I'll be back in the morning. Keep the doors locked and don't answer the phone.
I can't confirm or deny.
just my visual.
Well, we're gonna see what happens with them next week. Any final thoughts before we get up out of here? Because they're not gonna keep wrecking my brain. I've been trying to defend people with no alibis and stuff. You know what I'm saying? What you want me to do? Nothing from nobody.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, before we get up out of here, Rhonda, tell the people what you got going on, where they can meet you, where they can find you.
You can meet me Monday around 8:00, and we're gonna discuss the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then you can meet me at 7:00 on Tuesday, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about the Love and Marriage Detroit crew. And I'll see you maybe somewhere else in between. You can catch me over here on Friday with y'all, with the cousins.
Sean, got anything for the peoples?
You can find me here, there, and nowhere.
A man about town.
I'm a man about town. I'm inside and outside.
I'm everywhere where you're not. Well, El said, tell us where they can find you, what you got going on, and then close us out.
Okay. I'm on Elsid 932. I cover Love is Blind, and right now, while we're waiting on a new season, I'm doing something called Unsolicited Advice, where folks are asking the internet for advice, and we get a good talk, sometimes a good laugh. There, it goes from very mild, my roommate and I don't get along, all the way to marital woes, or things between the sheets just ain't going well. So that's Unsolicited Advice. There will be an episode tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard. And I just started tonight something called Elsid Unscripted, where I don't have a topic planned, and so the chat kind of guides our conversation. We had a good old time for a couple of hours. We went from all over the place and ended up in music, which is one of my favorite categories. So definitely, while we're waiting for Love is Blind to come out and the other dating shows, I'm also have a Meet the Cast for History Channel's Alone, where people have to survive alone longer than their next competitor so they can win $500,000. I know I couldn't do it in the wilderness, but it's certainly a show I've watched, so I'm now going to recap it. But to close out the show, let the truth prevail. Let the truth prevail. Do not be the Clavassier and keep the truth, in one of those saddlebags. Just let the truth out. Let your girl know. Also, let your friend know how they should behave around your girl. Boundaries. But first, the truth. There's a whole, as Jay put it, there's a whole lot of lies under that house. I don't know how the roof is staying on. Too many people are carrying too many bags that they just can't handle, So all I can say to them is, because those bags cannot fit in this under the seat in front of you, just tell the person exactly what's going on, and then probably just move on. There's no need for you and that other person to be tied up in the lies that you are withholding. So just tell the truth and move it along. You'll be so much freer for it, and go home to your kids. How about that?
If they remember who you are. Anywho, thank you all for being here with us tonight. We appreciate you all for coming out, joining us, everybody that supported the channel and everything. Please continue to do so by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channels, and of course to these ladies' channels as well. Subscribe to Sean's channel. He got a channel over there. Don't let him fool y'all. He got a whole channel over there too. It is Sean Unfiltered. We are trying to get this man back on YouTube action, but y'all go over there too. Anywho, please, discourse with us in the chat if you had missed the live. Thank you for watching. We're gonna get up out of here because we got some more stuff to talk about in the background, because that's what we do. All right, we don't talk about y'all in the background because we don't like to talk about y'all in the face in the kitchen and all that stuff like y'all be doing all